Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm James.
And we're part of the EdTech team at Elizabeth Woodville Primary School. And in this video, we're going to talk about assessment and engagement using Kahoot. So what is Kahoot? Well, it's a quizzing app and it can be used in two ways.
Synchronous, which means you can use it in the classroom or during live online lessons.
Or asynchronously, so you can add it to Seesaw, Google Classroom or your website, etc. for children to do in their own time. It's worth noting that for synchronous lessons, if you're in the classroom, then you will be showing your screen on the board and the children will be responding on their individual devices. But if you're doing it during a live online lesson, the children will need to either split their screen so they can see your screen and have a new tab open to complete the quiz, or they will need a separate device. First of all, you need to sign up with Kahoot. Make sure that you select Teacher from the account type because this gives you some free benefits that you can use in your class. Adding Kahoot content. So now we're in Kahoot and you need to go over to the Create button to start creating your quiz. Press the Create button here.
And now we're in the Create a Question screen. So the first thing you're going to need to do is type in a question for your quiz. So let's just do something really simple. And then you can give it an image. So this image could be used as part of your question or just to enhance the engagement of the quiz. So you can use the image library that's built into Kahoot. There are free pictures, but there's also some extras through the Kahoot Pro account, which you have to pay for. You can upload your own image, might be an image you found off the internet or an image you've taken, or you can insert a YouTube link. So all you do is find a YouTube video, copy the link to the video and paste it in here. And then you can set the start and the end point of the video as well, so that you don't have to show the whole YouTube video. Then you can set the time limit for your question, for how long you want to give the children to be able to answer the question. And finally, we have to put in the answers. So you have to have a minimum of 2 answers, but we can go all the way up to 4. And if I just start typing in some numbers here for the number of legs for a dog, you'll notice as well that when I hover over an answer, I can add an image as the answer instead if I wanted to. And I need to say which answer is the correct answer. So by ticking the circle next to the correct answer, that now tells Kahoot that this answer is the correct answer. Now I've created the question, I can press Add Question over on the side here to create a new one.
Kahoot also has its own question bank, which provides you with questions that people have already done and made available. So you can just start by typing a question to search and add that to your own quiz.
When you've finished creating your quiz, all you need to do is give it a title at the top. And you can give it a description and it will save to your My Kahoots. You can then decide who has visibility to your Kahoot. So it could be only you or it could be everyone. That means it's publicly available. We suggest you keep it as only you at present, so that you can decide who can access your quizzes and you can put them out to your children only. You can also give your Kahoot quiz an image if you wish at the top, and you can change the music for in the lobby for your quiz as well. So there's some nice different types of music down here, and you can press on the play button to hear them or just click on them to add them in. When you're finished, press Done and it saves your Kahoot quiz, and then you can press the big green Done button to finish it off. Now you just need to press Done on this page because we'll come back to how we're going to play it and check it out later.
Playing a quiz. So we're back in Kahoot now, and this is the My Kahoot section of the login, and this can be accessed through the Kahoots tab at the top and the 3 lines and the 3 dots, and we can press the play button to start playing the quiz.
You have 2 options when you want to play a quiz. You can play it through the Teach button, which is the synchronous mode, which means that you are playing it live with the children either in your classroom or on a live lesson. or you can assign it to the children to complete at their own pace at a time that suits them. So this is where you'd give them a link via your LMS like Seesaw, Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. For this purpose, let's start off by doing the teach method, and we'll show you how it looks on the right hand side of the screen as well from a pupil's point of view.
So first of all, you have a few more settings to look at. Your game options are listed here. You can make a friendly nickname generator, which gives the children a nickname. However, if you want to play with your class and you want some assessment out of this, it's recommended that they use their names, their proper names, so you can go back into reports afterwards and see where pupils are struggling or where they're thriving. You can change your lobby music here as well. You can randomise the order of questions, randomise the order of answers. At the bottom here is a security feature where you can enable two-step join. So if you toggle that to on, then the children also have to add a little pattern of colours in before they can access your game. We'll leave that on for now so we can see what it looks like. You can automatically move through the questions as well, but it gives you a bit more time if you click next yourself. So we're going to leave that off. Okay, we're going to play the classic mode, but you can also have children joined around one device. So this will be the screen that's on your board. The children will need to go to kahoot.it and join with the game pin and pop in the pattern.
So on the student side, you can see that I'm typing in kahoot.it just on a normal web browser, and I'm doing this on an iPad, and I'm going to type in the pin number that's displayed on the screen. It asks me for my nickname. Because we've done the two-step join, I'm now asked to put in my pattern. The pattern refreshes every 7 seconds, so it's advisable that the children wait until it's refreshed before they enter their pattern. So I'm just going to wait for it to refresh now, and now I'm going to enter in my pattern. And now I'm joined, and you can see me on the teacher screen, and I'm waiting for the game to start on the pupil screen.
When all the pupils are in, I'm just going to tick the lock button to prevent any more players from joining. The game is now locked, no one else can join in, and we can get going. So the children are seeing the question on our screen. On their screen, they get the 4 different colours and symbol option to tick.
So we can see the answers and the question on the teacher screen, and we're just going to select the correct answer. So you can see the children's instantly rewarded. They're being told that it's correct on their screen, and on your screen you can see how many children got the answer correct and how many chose the wrong options.
Press next to move on to the next question. That was the end of our game because we only popped one question in for demonstration purposes. So you can see that Mr. C was the winner. He got 1 out of 1 correct and his total points. The children get points the quicker they answer the questions too. So your leaderboard will pop up like this.
On the student iPad or the student device, you can see that the student is told which place they've come in and given a reward.
Now at the end you'll be able to see difficult questions. Questions that most students might have got incorrect, but you can also look at full reports for your class.
Now we're going to look at assigning a lesson so you can use it later in your LMS. Let's start by pressing the assign button. And now we can choose when the quiz must be completed by, so we can set a date and a time. We can decide if there's going to be a timer on the quiz. We can randomise the quiz questions. There's a nickname generator. If you turn the nickname generator on, this means that all players will be given a unique nickname. But being as we're assigning the quiz to your children, it'd be best that they typed in their own name so that you can have a look at who's done what in the reports later on. Finally, there's a player limit of 100, but that's more than enough for a class of children. So if we hit create,
So now, here's where you can share it out. You can use the link, copy it in. You can get children to access via a game pin, or you can send it straight to Teams Artboard, or you can share it straight to Google Classroom. You can also put it on the school's Facebook, Twitter account, or use Remind. Generating reports. Here we are in reports, and reports can be accessed by the reports tab at the top. I'm going to show you the results for this quiz that we ran previously. And if you go to the 3 dots on the right hand side, you can choose to download report. Download in Excel and it will pop up for you. From this you can see a whole host of statistics for your class. So at the bottom we've got an overview, we've got the final scores which will show you the leaderboard, who did well and who struggled. In the Kahoot summary you will be able to see every single question across the top and your students down the side, and you'll be able to see the points they scored, whether they got the question correct or not. And that's for all of the questions all the way across. If you slide across, it goes all the way up to the amount of questions that you chose. The tabs at the bottom though take you through each single question. So for quiz question 1, this is what happened. My students are down the side here, and these are the answers that they gave and the points that they scored. Instantly giving you feedback on how your pupils did in that quiz. And that's for every single quiz question along the bottom. You'll be able to go in. Now you can see that on question 4, a lot of children got that wrong. So it'll be instantly something for you to review. And then there's the raw report data right at the end. Lesson ideas. So that was the basics of using Kahoot. So how could you use this in your lessons? Well, you could use them for mini plenaries to check for understanding of a subject. You could set maths tests, especially times tables. You could use the quizzes to encourage the recall and retention of knowledge. And you can also use Kahoot for spelling, grammar and punctuation tests. If you recorded yourself and popped yourself in as the video, then you could say the word to the pupils and they could click the correct spelling.
Thank you for watching. We hope that was useful. You can find out more information about how we are helping the EdTech Demonstrator Programme for the DFE on the link at the bottom of this page. And you can also follow Elizabeth Woodville Primary School on our Twitter handle, and you can follow myself, James and Sarah on our Twitter handle, both at the bottom of the page.